count as a small test, right? So we went over this. The video is already on YouTube, so you can look it up. So that's part one. Went over the first 2 pages, and we covered markups and all of that. Okay. Now we're going to go to the second page, or like that second sheet, basically. So you go to question 13. Okay. And start writing down what I'm going over. Okay. So I asked you to do this on your own time so that when we go over it, you're just correcting. You're not, frantically trying to write it all down, even though I am recording it, so you can, if you miss anything, do this later, okay? So Stephanie purchased sunglasses for $45 at Walmart. A week later, she notices that the same sunglasses are now on sale for $29.99. Determine the percent discount. Okay, that's the important here. They want the percent discount. And I would like you to look at the formula, right? Like if it's the percent discount, we're going to use one of these variations. I'm going to use this one right here. This is my preferred one because, right, you need to subtract. Very rarely will they tell you what the discount is in dollars, okay? So basically, discount as a percentage, right? We take the original, we subtract the sale price, and we divide it by the original. And that is always multiplied by 100 because you're turning it into a percentage, okay? And that gives you that's off on mine here. 1501 at the top, and you get 45 at the bottom here, and you multiply that by 100. And that will give you 33.36%. Okay. So if you need to, right, if it continues on your calculator, you round to 2 decimals, okay, and state it that way. Okay, so next, Joey has a grocery store, purchases chip bags for $150 wholesale, right? So your supplier, if you own a store, your supplier gives it to you at a low price of, like, that's called the wholesale price. He sells them at his store for $3.99. So the same chip bags are now being sold for $3.99 at his store. Determine the percent markup. There it is. Calculate or determine, right? So markup as a percentage, right? We take the $3.99, right, which is the retail price minus the wholesale, and we divide it by the wholesale. Look at the formula, right? Okay. So then you get 249 at the top. Always do the bracket first, and then it's 150 here. And that's times 100. Okay, so there you get, this one is different. It actually gives you, I will show you on my calculator here. Right, if you get 249 divided by 150 times 100, that's exactly 166%, right? So there are no decimals to be placed on that in that particular case. Okay. Okay, just checking something here. All right, let's keep going. 15. Dimitri owns an electronics store. He buys flat screens for $299 and sells them for $750 retail. So if this is retail, then this is wholesale. Okay, if he buys them and then resells them, then the cheaper one is the wholesale price and the expensive is $750. Calculate the percent markup. So it's very similar to the one up there. I just want to make sure you have enough examples to do that, right? Am I presenting or no? Yeah. Okay. Just 1 second. There's folks in there that shouldn't be in there. I don't know who they are. Okay. Anyways, there we go. Markup as a percentage. So 750 minus 299 divided by 299. Okay, so $299. Multiply that by 100. You get 451 over 299, and that's multiplied by 100. So basically this turns into that, and you get 150.84%. Make sure you don't forget your percent because that's why you're multiplying by 100, okay? So 16. This is currency exchange, so everything here deals with currency exchange, okay? How much Australian dollars would you be able to get with this much Canadian, knowing that 1 Canadian is equal to that much Australian? So these ones should be a walk through the park, okay? Because you'll get the exchange rate. Just make sure you put the correct units in there, okay? And then the 1250 Canadian, because it's Canadian, will match with the Canadian on the other side. So this is my unknown. You'll find out how many Australian dollars that is. So you multiply like that. And you get 1188.71 Australian. Okay, so you just leave it like that. You're planning a trip to the US. You will always be given the currency exchange rates. Yeah, you won't have to memorize those, no. Okay, keep going. You're planning a trip and you have 700 Canadian. You would like to convert them to US. If 1 US, so you start with what they give you, right? If 1 US is 1.35085 Canadian, if that is true, then on the other side you have the Canadian, right? Okay, so you have 700 Canadian down here, and this is X. So now you're multiplying up and dividing by that other number. Okay, that's why the 1 is very important, right? Because you know you're multiplying by it, and therefore you're dividing like that. Okay. So that is 518.19 US dollars. And you can put a dollar sign in front if you want. This is US dollars, right? Go ahead and write that down. Yes, on loose leaf, Presley, and for everybody, actually, do this on loose leaf. When you come in, I have a printed copy of the questions, so you can attach it to that. Okay, so you have them together because you're gonna need this again for the test that's coming up at the end of October. You need to be able to review this, right? So you have 5,000 pesos left from a trip, and you wish to exchange them to Canadian dollars. Calculate how much you would get if this is the case, right? So if 1 Canadian is 16.54158 pesos, right? Then on the other side, you put the big number, the 5,000, across, right, where the pesos are on the other side. So you go like that. So here you would cross multiply like that and divide by that, okay? So 5,000 times 1. And I always want you to show me the work, okay? And that is 302.27 Canadian. So make sure you know how to do those because they're actually fairly simple, right? It always works the same way, okay? The only question that I can see, you have to read the question, but let's say, where does it say here, right? Let's say you're buying something in that country and you're buying 7 of them, like 7 of whatever, then be ready, right? Like you convert and then you're like, oh, there's 7 of them, so I'm going to have to multiply that by 7 to really get the answer. So always read the question. Is it before or after taxes, right? Like, is it 1 or is it 2 or is it 12? Like, how many are we talking about? And so forth, all right? Okay. So let's keep going. More questions for extra practice. So this is just a mixed bag, right? There could be anything in here. So regular price is 300 for the jackets. And they're now on sale for 200. Find the percent discount. So to get the discount percentage, right? Think about it now. Try to do this on your own, right? And even if you do this in your head, so you'd go 300 minus 200, right? Always the biggest number first, always. And now you have to ask yourself, which of these two is going to go down here? Okay? When it's a discount, you put the original price down here, the bigger number, okay? Well, don't go by the number, go by the formula, right? Oops, and this is times 100, sorry. So this would be 100, right? This gives me 100, and this is 300 here, times 100. And this gives you 0.33 repeated, okay? So times 100, you'd go 33.33%. That's how much of a discount you just got. So regular is also known as the original, okay? So if you're wondering, it's like, I thought the formula says original, right? You have to be comfortable with that, right? You have to be comfortable with them saying percent markdown instead of discount, right? But don't confuse markdown with markup, obviously, right? Okay, so Safeway discounted the price of a beverage, the So Good beverage. The regular was $5 for a 1.89 liter container. They now have it on sale, right? The sale price is $3 for the same size container. Determine the percent discount. Here it is again. So you will have seen this so many times that you should get this right on the quiz, okay? So 5 minus 3 over the original times 100. And make sure you do that in brackets. 5 minus 3 is 2 over 5 times 100. This gives you exactly 40%. So I strongly encourage you to type these numbers in when you do this. Don't just, right? You want to really see what is showing up on the calculator and how is Mr. Dirksen rounding this, right? A retail store paid $80 for a pair of work boots. They plan to sell them, right? They want to sell them for 120. What is the percent markup? Like how much, what is percentage wise, how much did they mark this up? Markup percent. Sorry, if the retail store paid $80, if the store paid, what is this? This is wholesale. I'm just going to put whole in there. And then when they sell them, that's called the retail, right? This is what we call the retail. Okay. So wholesale retail price. So we would take the 120, subtract the 80, and in this case, it's the wholesale that goes down here. Okay. So that'd be 40. No. Yeah, that's 40, right? Yeah. Over 80 times 100. And that would be 50%. Okay. Last question on this page. You bought 12 faucets for $120. So careful there. He plans to sell them for $22 each. Calculate the percent markup. Okay. So you can't just use these numbers because this 120 is for 12 faucets. So we're going to find the unit price, right? Unit price, like it's the price for one faucet, it's cost divided by quantity, right? So it's $10 per faucet. Okay, that's what you're calculating here. That's the first step. Okay. Now we're going to calculate the markup because now we calculate the difference, right? If you this is the wholesale, right? This is technically the wholesale price per faucet. And it's being sold at a retail, right? This is a retail for 22. So you want to know what the percentage is. So it's 22 minus 10 over 10. And all of that multiplied by 100. You always do that at the end. So 22 minus 10 is 12 over 10 times 100. Sorry, where did I get the... okay, sorry. 22 minus 10, yeah, over 10. So that's 120, right? So that's 120% there. Okay. Next page. top of the page. A supermarket runs a promotion that if you buy 2 items, you get the third one free. So you're basically getting 100%. That if it's free, then we're talking about 100% discount there. What is the percent discount, also known as the discount rate, they're offering? So basically, you take 100% and it's spread out over in total 1, 2, 3 items, right? Because it's the third item, so 3 items. So it's basically 100%. So you just go 100 divided by 3, and in that case you would get 33, right? 0.33%. That's how you do questions that are worded like this. You know, let's say they had said you buy 2, you get the third one 50 or half off. That means that you're getting a 50% discount on that last one. You spread the 50% over 3 items, and then that'll be a different answer, right? Okay, number 3, a large hotel in Yellowknife is running a summer promotion. 3 nights, you'll receive the 4th night free. If rooms are normally at $169 per night, what is a 4-night stay after tax? Well, even if you stayed 4 nights, you're only paying for 3 nights. So 3 nights times 169. I did it slightly differently here. So 507. And then you need to add taxes, right? So 507 times 1.12. That is 567. For 4 nights, right? You're getting the 4th night free, so it's just times 3 here, and then add taxes, you go times 1.12. A clothing retailer in Prince George purchased suits for $129 at wholesale. They plan to mark them up 30%. What is the selling price retail? I will tell you one mistake that I see all too often. This is what I see a lot. Don't write this down, just watch. I see that a lot. And not just this grade, any grade. Grade 11, grade 12. Because I was like, oh yeah, markup 30%. I'm just going to add 30 because I have to convert that to a decimal. But this is wrong, right? You have to multiply it. So this is not right, okay? Not the right way to do it. So what you want to do instead is you want to find 30%. So 0.3 times 129, you get 3870. And it's this amount that you add to 129. Unless there is one other method, but I didn't show you that method, so I technically expect you to do this, unless you know how to do it the other way. This is the retail price. So you find the markup in dollars, then you add, so that's retail. Because retail is going to be wholesale plus markup in dollars, right? That's always what retail is, okay? What's the total including taxes? So we'll go 167.70 times 1.12, and that's 187.82. So remember not to just add the 30 cents, right? That'd be way too good to be true. go ahead and write it down, or correct, right? Hopefully. If you did this already, you're just relaxing and you're just checking, right? A Sport Mart in Surrey is offered a 2-piece hockey sticks for $119. A competitor is offering the same stick for $139, but with a 15% discount. Which one is better? What I'm going to do is, right, Sport Mart, competitor. You have to somehow show your work, right? So the competitor is $139. I'm going to get a 15% discount, okay? So I'm just going to go 139 minus 0.15 and that'll do the trick. Nope, can't do that. You first have to multiply, right, and find what 15% is, and that's 2085. Right? Now you go 139 minus the amount you found. So don't subtract right away. So that's 118.15. Sport Mart, we know it's 119, right? It's done. Okay? So obviously this one is better. Not by much, but it is better. The discount is better. Okay. Okay, a building contractor can buy hardwood flooring at $395 per square foot. He buys a minimum of 2,000 square feet. If he buys 2,000 square feet, he gets a 20% discount. The job he's working on requires 3,000 square feet. What will he pay after tax? Obviously, he's going to get the 20% discount because he's past the 2,000 square foot threshold, right? The minimum. So what we're going to do is you're going to go 395. We're going to find what 20% off is because you're going to get 20% off every single square foot. And so you're getting 79 cents off per square foot, right? So it's 395 minus 0.79, and that is 316. Okay? That's how much you're going to pay now with the discount. And you're buying 3,000 square feet. Okay? So that gives you 94.80. We're going to multiply that by 1.12 to add taxes because it said after tax, right? These are your taxes here. So that's 10,617.60. Okay, so over here, the same contractor marks up. So this contractor went to a store and bought a bunch of stuff that he needs for the job, and he paid this much. Obviously, you now want to charge your customer more because you got to make money, right? The same contractor marks up any building materials he provides his customers by 10%. There's a markup of 10%. What would he charge for the 3,000 feet of hardwood after tax? Okay, so basically you gotta take the 10,617 you paid, and you're gonna find 10% of that. Okay, and you get 1,061.76. Then you take that and you add the 1,061.76 to the price you paid earlier. giving you 11,679.36. And we're going to add taxes to that. So 1.12, it charges you taxes again. So that's 13,080.88 cents. So that's what the customer, he would have paid this much. He adds 10% to that, has to tax the customer again, and there it is, okay? That's it for this worksheet. So what I want you to do, okay, for the rest of today's class, and if you're here, you're going to get a printed copy. If you come through my class next week, you're also going to get a printed copy. You're going to do the practice test now, okay? So go to classwork again. I just posted it. There should be a PDF file, and just do it on loose leaf, okay? And work through that for the rest of today's class, and I can post the answer key later today, okay?